Warning, the following program may contain strong language, as well as adult or controversial themes. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to another Around the Grid Weekly. I'm your host, Zack, and with me I have the fantastic Katheryn Llewellyn. Hi, Katheryn.
How you doing, party animal audience?
And the amazing Zella.
Hi.
Fantastique. Hi, Zella. Also, Il Magnifico Peter. Fantastique. Hi, Peter. Okay, let's get right onto the news. Because we have a few things. First of all, the Halloween Shop and Hop event 2022 is going to happen from October 6th to November 1st. I'm expecting some good things, but I hope it's not just gonna be like the birthday event. You were saying, Katheryn, you hope it's not like 20 Sims?
I'm praying it's not like 20 Sims, because 20 Sims was a lot to digest. And between 12 and 16 works for me. More than that, and the appeal is not necessarily there.
See, it's a Halloween event. They should stick to 13. That's it.
Actually, that could be a clever way of approaching it.
I like that idea.
Stick to the unlucky number and do it.
And I wish they'd tie it to entertainment too. It feels like, like that 13th sim should be like an entertainment space,
Yes.
where they can actually do. Because it's not that I don't like the shop and hop. I like the shop and hops, but the shop and that's not all there is to SL. And I would love for them to step it up a little bit. I one of the things I enjoyed the entertainment at 19B.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. They should expand on that.
Yeah, that's my little peeve regarding those events, but that's mine. I don't know about anybody else.
So add in like a music fest day to the Shop and Hop event.
Something like for the opener and maybe for the closing. I think that could make it more fun. If you're
Or a
gonna have it open for
haunted
4 weeks,
house.
maybe do a 1 day event like on the weekends, like either Friday or Saturday. Make that like your hot or make it Friday even. If you make it Friday's usually a good day for a lot of people, especially because in Australia it's already Saturday. So that could be a fun way of keeping the excitement going, because you have this one sim which is entertainment focused, and then those people expand out into the other sims.
Yeah, exactly. It's Halloween. Just do a monster mash.
And it gives you an excuse to dress up with the cool stuff that you get at the event anyway.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
that's a good point.
So isn't that the whole point of these things? You go, you get all this cool stuff, and then you have to pack it away for a whole year. You really can't. Yes, there are a lot of parties. I always end up using my stuff, but it would be nice if it's part of the whole package.
Yeah, and because it's Halloween, it tends to be very specific to that theme. So yes,
Yes. Yeah.
it's hard to then use it in other times. And for all of you creators, please, less horses.
That was a Linden Lab
I have-
choice. I don't think it was a great one, but it was theirs.
I have
and
a
theirs
gripe
was
with all the horse shops. But yes. Okay, on more news. SL University has an Update Your Avatar with EBODY REBORN video released by Boston Blaisdell, with a lot of steps, but everything very, very detailed. So
Yeah,
don't
Bubba
forget to
rocked
go
it.
there and check. Sorry?
Yeah, Bubba rocked it. I'm calling him Bubba now. Austin is way too fancy.
It
Bubba
is.
Blaisdell, video extraordinaire.
Oh, he did a great job with it.
He does.
Really.
He always does. He does a really good. He's very smart when it comes to making sure his content is action packed and full.
Yeah, they did pick a great person to do that for them.
Yeah, that's true. So this is, of course, on the SL University series that covers a variety of mesh bodies and heads available on the grid. On more news, in technology, the Airport Waypoint HUD HSI has been updated to version 1.6. This is for all of you pilots out there. So the Waypoint HUD, um, the HUD has a Waypoint HUD that also allows you to fly using an emulation of a real instrument. The HUD uses note cards to record lists of airports and their positions. Each airport can also have a runway heading and notes. Multiple note cards can be used, so you can organize your lists of airports. And the HUD has two modes of operation, where it will automatically set the next or previous waypoint as you progress through a journey. And the world map beacon can be used as well. I gotta explore these things more to try to understand how they work. I got a couple of neighbors who deal with this whole. I think for them is more on helicopters. But I gotta check on them. I'm gonna have to ask Annika if she has any info on that. Anyway, on more technology, the Ultimate Sailor Buddy HUD Pro has also been updated, also known as the USB HUD. Now to version 1.5, where they have added a function to go directly to a waypoint by its number. It's called the Zap2 in the main menu. And also improved RLV detection to avoid RLV not being detected when relogging with the HUD attached. And you were asking Zella earlier if this means it will just sail for you. That would be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think that if you set it to the specific location, if I read that correctly, that's what the HUD does, and that would make people around me happier because I wouldn't run over their land with my boat.
I have a feeling Zella is a danger in the waters.
Oh, I am terrible.
Also, on more news, the BELLISSERIA SATORI connection is now official. There's an official connection between the continents. The water connection regions are SSP Steady On and SSP Deep Anchor. Also, there are two new airstrips on the SSP Shell Yeah region. That's cool stuff to see. There's still work being done on nearby regions as well by the moles. There is one other thing because I saw it just earlier. Let me see if I can find it again. Yes, I have here from Chrissy Karen. Abnormole has fixed the broken bridge on South Satori. So a thank you to Abnormole. There was apparently a broken bridge there, and it's now fixed. That is it for the regular news. Now, how about some sports? On sports, we have the SLPGA Classic at Rainbow Golf Links. It's an event which will have 71 holes, 4 rounds, and it's going to happen from September 2nd to the 11th. Also, 3 trophies for the top 3, and of course, Linden prizes. Everyone gets points in the SLPGA Tour as well. And I think we have a picture of the prizes also coming up here. Yes, do we? Do we have one? Or are we just going to... Yes, there they are.
It's a nice golf course.
Yeah, the Rainbow Golf Links has a pretty nice course. So for this, I would like to thank Alexia More, the owner of Rainbow Golf Links, for the info. She sent it straight into our inbox on the sports segment. On more sports, now for the FVA championship standings for the first third of the way into the season 2022B already open here as well. These were sent to us by Luke Carmona of FVA, and everything seems to still be very unsure on how it's going to go by the end of it all. Kenny tomorrow in the lead for the Grand Prix 2. For the GGP Championship, we have Husaria Racing at the top with Chernonova and Pasa Lopez. And for the GT Championship standings, we have Benedo Sigma with Ali Bennett and Jesus Crisp, which I know is a name Katheryn always loves to hear.
Yeah, nothing like a crispy Jesus to make you happy.
Also from the FVA, Carmona has released a teaser for the GP1 2023A team. They've already started working on their look, and it's still blurry. It's a teaser, but looking forward to see it. Okay. On more sports, now for the Second Life Cycling Association, the Tour de GIRELTA took place on the 20th of August. We have we have here the winners. So for the final, Nicole Dallas from Panama winning. Also, this is slightly annoying because the green screen was not supposed to be doing that, since it was not green, it's purple screen. But maybe I still have something wrong there. I will have to fix at some point. Also on the cycling, on Second Life Cycling, something that was not included because it was news from just a while ago. The 5th Sundays Cycling Challenge happens tomorrow, Sunday the 28th. I'm going to leave a link in the description for the location. There's prizes for everyone from the 1st to the 5th place, from 500 linden to 100 linden for the 5th place. So trophies for the top 5 riders. So if you want to take part in it, we'll leave you a link.
And they take amateurs and professionals.
Exactly. That is one of the great things on the Cycling Federation here. Now, on drag racing news, the Phoenix Demo Derby took place on August 26th in a no-rules bash and crash.
Ooh.
That was I have no idea how it went. They did not give information. I'm gonna have to try and get some info from Jack on how that went. Gonna have to start
Yeah, I'm curious.
polling a little bit more
I
on
love
those.
demolition derbies.
In
Yeah, we're
real
gonna
life,
have to
they're
start talking with Jack.
exciting. In real life, they're. I didn't realize that when they wet the field and it's all muddy, right? And then I heard, and this actually I've heard this happen. People will fill their tires with water instead of air, so they can get traction on that muddy land in
It's
real.
heavier. Yeah,
Hmm. That's a nice little.
It's a
but
trick that people have gotten caught doing, and when they got caught doing it, they got disqualified.
yeah,
Um,
Oh.
yeah, because it's a sneaky way of staying alive in that demolition environment.
it's not only that;
Hmm.
it's also dangerous for them. It brings a higher probability of the tire actually to rupture, blow up,
Oh.
and cause a bigger accident. You should just
Mm.
have stuff like that in the tires.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's so interesting though. When the first time I watched it, I mean, it's always exciting. There's never like your first demolition derby is really cool because you've never seen it before, but your second is equally cool because it's nowhere near like the first one. So it's always like a new little mini adventure when you go to those things.
Yep.
I have here a last thing also for sports, which is not on the listed ones, because I still want more information. But there is a new soccer kit being released for the Beleza Jack mesh body, created by eSportswear for the Liga Football Virtual system. So it will include the complete kit, three kits with the HUD, complete kit, goalkeeper gloves, football boots compatible with the kit. So, from what I understand, football or soccer for you over on that
I was
side
gonna say, is this American football or
is
international football?
returning to Second Life. But on the American football side, because I've also had a bit of a talk with Psych on that, there are a couple of new fields under development right now. So I'm gonna try to keep contact with Psych to see how that goes, because I know there are a couple of football leagues, American football leagues, in Second Life as well. I want to try and reach out to
Awesome.
those.
Cool.
And also, I know it's not exactly sports, but it's on the same category. I really, really want to try to reach out to the cheerleader leagues as well to try and see how that goes. Um, there are so many sports activities that have happened and still happen in Second Life that are just impressive. One of my friends, she was in the roller derby league back in the day. Unfortunately, apparently, roller derby is kind of dead in Second Life now, but that would be a fun one to explore as well. Anyway, that was it for sports news. Now, in entertainment news, again, let's try to go over the fanfare and see if we don't get demonetized over it. And we're gonna find more. First, Premier Wrestling Draft Season 3 has been showcased on YouTube, and the new seasons are about to start. They are close by.
Woot woot.
So, new seasons of Attitude and Overload are approaching quick, so tickets will be available soon. And also, Premier Draft has been presented on YouTube. I'm gonna leave links to Premier Draft.
I think that Attitude is replacing the Gnaw series.
Yeah, I mean, it was New Attitude Wrestling, so yeah, I mean, it's already. I guess they're just renaming it completely to Attitude.
Okay.
Not sure if they got in trouble with Raw. In other news, Tomato Productions has a new Final Fantasy VII series now with Midgar Crisis, still to be continued. The video is already up on their YouTube channel, and this one went a little bit close to the heart to me, as I am a big fan of Final Fantasy VII as well. I
That was
have
like the
reached
very
out
first
to Mac.
when
Sorry?
they released on. That was the very first when they released on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. I played it like constantly.
I actually streamed recently the remake and finished it, and it's a good game. Changes quite a bit of the story, but it's a good game. Just waiting for next part. It's gonna come next year, but this year they're gonna remake also a game which I bought a PlayStation Portable for, specifically for that one, and they're remaking it now also on PC and everything, which is part of the Final Fantasy VII games. So
Cool.
I'm gonna have to play that one.
Yeah, I've never played any of that. I need to try some of that eventually.
It's fun.
I like
have
the
a good story.
chocobos.
They have good stories. Now, another thing related to that, they have made a sim location with the Sector 5 slums, so you can visit and go there and roleplay. And MacGyver gave me a link to it, so I will leave the link in the description.
I know where I'll
Also-
be touring.
Yeah. Also, he also gave me the link for the Stranger Things sim that they have, because they have been doing also the Stranger Things series, right, Katheryn? You told me about that one.
Yeah, I saw it. I kind of thought it was cool. I mean, some of it was kind of, it was different, and I love that they ended up using some stuff from an application that I use for editing. So I thought that was very clever of them.
They have opened the sim for the Upside Down, so you can also visit, and we're going to leave the link in the description.
Yay.
Okay. Now, also on wrestling, I want to just make a quick comment. Probably from next show on, we're going to start having some more news. This time, not only from Premier Wrestling, but also from Rise, Ring of International Stars Experience, which I have reached out to Jasmine to understand if they have a YouTube channel and, or any information I may use, and she will send me anything that is needed. So cool, that's another one. Finally, last on entertainment, Drama Libre presents Food Truck Park with DJ Ironman Zeppelin. Food Truck Park. What do you expect of this one, Katheryn?
I expect to be very, very well fed.
Are you going to be there too, Zella?
That sounds like a fun place to be, for sure.
Well, if you want to
I'm
know
curious
more,
what they're gonna do. Because when they did the really cool Brazil themed one, they had food distributors there, and so for Food Truck Park, I'm thinking they're gonna have all sorts of different kind of food trucks, which should be really fun.
that should be fun. And if you want to experience that fun, you can go to the Drama Libre event. Blah, blah, blah. Can't speak today. You can also watch it live on Katheryn's channel, Adventures in Second Life. But if you do, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. There is another thing. I saw someone made a video recently, and someone is starting to come back to YouTube a little bit more to do some more videos. Aren't you, Zella?
Yeah, that's the goal. But I at least had to shout out to you and Kat for all that you guys do for me. So
Thank you.
thank you.
And don't forget, you should also go to Zella Fantastique's channel and do the same. Subscribe, leave a like. Don't forget to hit the bell button. That was the news. Still quite a bit. Now, after the news, of course, we have had all of these events. Uber is having its 8th birthday, isn't it?
It is, and they went and pulled out all the stops. They have a lot of wonderful gifties out there. But, and this is something that you should be aware of, the gifties are not at the Uber event. They are actually at the stores. So I'm actually in the process of compiling a lovely, lovely list with the store, the name of the gift item, and the link to get there so you can pick it up. And I'm hoping to get all my photos in order soon so that people can go ahead and, pick and choose what they want, and
Mhm.
then hop to their freebies content.
Okay, so that explains why I was looking around at Uber and trying to figure out so where are the gifts that I've heard about. They're at the shops. Okay,
Yep.
that's cool.
Just
That's cool.
landmarks. They gave you landmarks in those boxes.
Cool, 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 cool. So, which means I went to a few of them, including Uber, and it was just my wallet, except for no freebies. But first of all, before Uber, we have a Hong Day from the 26th of August to September 20th. And I found a few things there. First of all, the baka noodles Korean bowl. Um, so a set of noodles goes from 250 to 500 for the fat pack. Unfortunately, from what I understand, I would have to purchase in order to verify if it's reversed like that, but I don't think so. It's holdable, but it is not a dispensable item, which would be cool if it was. But it's a holdable item. It's great for the photos, or for your role playing if you want to eat some Korean noodles. So from 250 to 500 linden. Then also at Hongdae, the Cherry Bunny Pink V. I just thought this was cute. And with all the racing talk on sports, it just feels like the kind of stuff to wear to go to a racetrack. It goes from 200 linden to 2900 for the fat pack.
You-
And yeah, just don't forget to have a go and try it. Cherry Bunny. And finally, with all the talk of golf, the Heike has a dark visor. Perfect for all your golf outings at 350 linden.
I like how you've incorporated the sports in with the fashion. That's really cool.
Well, sometimes I gotta be honest. Lately, some events I'm looking at things and they feel like they have the same stuff over and over again, or very similar things. So sometimes it's not easy to find this stuff. But then when you do, might as well try to incorporate with everything else as well, because there is some very interesting stuff. That is Hongdae from the 26th of August to 20th of September. And now Uber 8th anniversary, August 25th to September 22nd. There is a lot at Uber. We can only pick 3. And first of all, Coco with a pipe jacket and crop flare jeans. Nina got this one. The jacket, not the jeans. I think she didn't get the jeans because of those pockets. They feel like back pockets on the front, don't they?
I like it. It's cute.
I mean, yeah, it's different. This goes from 200 linden to 7.99 for the fat pack. I do really like the jacket. Gives that sailor vibe. So that is Coco. Then Mad P, of course, with the Thunder bumpers for 999 linden. That is a full-on bumper cart arena. Not only the bumper cars, but the arena as well. Full interactive ride. Lots of fun for all. I have got to figure out a place that bought this and integrated it into some theme park because this looks like fun.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna see it at different theme parks for sure.
I hope so. Then Torricelli with the Daphne outfit, $2.99 to $14.99 for the fat pack. I don't know. I looked at this and I just liked it. I thought it was different. Unfortunately, green screen doing its thing, even though it shouldn't, because this is supposed to be a purple screen and I didn't even remove the purple. But apparently I removed the green. That's what happens. This is Uber Global, August 25th to September 22nd. And as we said, it is its anniversary, 8th anniversary. Don't forget to look for the landmarks, right, Katheryn?
Yeah, just look. I'll be posting it on the blog, on my blog, adventuressl.
Yes.
.com.
Okay, we'll leave a link to that as well. So you can find all the info on Katheryn's blog. And then we have a Sense event from August 18th to September 8th. Now, this one, we are also listing it because it was just after our latest show ended. First of all, I have the Easy Radio V1 from Bob's Creations. This one was my pick because I just felt like this would, it's the look and feel of it all. It's good for, I've been exploring several sims for different types of experiences. This would be great for one of those shooting sims, the zombie ones or anything. There's your radio. It looks like a military radio. It's cool. It's 249 linden. Nice price. Plenty of working radio stations, and it's self-updating apparently. It would be great if we would allow for you to add more stations. Pretty sure it probably does if you access the right note card. Now from Kira Tattoo, the Vauxhall tattoo. That is 250 linden, yes. For all of you who have playing cards in your DNA. All of you gamblers out there.
That is an interesting tattoo.
The only thing I'm asking, and I would like to know, is can you place it on only one of the legs? I think that would be a good thing, to be able to put it on only one side, if you want.
Because of the fact that some of them are HUD based with a body model, I think that in the body HUD you'd have that ability to hide one from the other. Maybe not the baked on mesh version, but
Yeah.
the other ones should have that option.
Yeah, for legs, even for the baked on mesh, it would be easy. Just make one for each of the legs, and if you want, make one additional one for both of them. That's not the hard thing, because legs don't have the same problems as arms. They actually are separate. Arms are the problem, which I have complained about multiple times already.
Oh, I didn't realize that they are actually joined, and that makes it more difficult. That makes
Yeah.
sense why a lot of tattoos are on both of them.
Yeah, for arms, you only have the texture only has one arm, so it applies to both of them, which is why you have all of those big tattoos that cover both arms and the neck and all of
Mm-hmm.
that to connect.
Okay.
Anyway, Optimus Race has the PR560 SS Emirates Class Series. That is a mouthful. That goes for 1800 Linden. Optimus Race, as always, bringing great stuff. And it has drive poses for ladies and for the gentlemen. Different poses, which makes sense. We don't all drive the same. At a Sense event from August 18th to September 8th. Let's roll on with this. We have Man Cave event from August 17th to September 11th. First with Ascend and the Tyrion button outfit for 279 for single and 11.99 for the fat pack. I think that just looks cool. Um, I may have to go and pick one up for myself. Then you have the from Silverhawk Company, the Marine Hoverboard and the Marine Flyboard.
That looks fun.
It has been some years since I have been going around with overboards. There was a time when I just explored a lot with them. Maybe I have to go and have a look again. It's a new
Can I
way
go
for you to
pick
crash.
myself up one of them? There you go.
This goes from 600 Linden to 3900 Linden. I mean, I bet the neighbors would complain a lot less about you crashing with a hoverboard into their land than a yacht.
Yeah. I don't think they appreciate getting run over by a big yacht.
I don't think so. And finally, Wings has the ER0814 hair from 299 to 999 Linden. Great work from Wings as usual. This is Man Cave event from August 17th to September 11th. One more, Très Chic. Très Chic comes, what, wait. Comes from August 17th to September 10th. And it starts with the Love and Peace tattoo collection from Carol G.
Carol
Carol
G puts out
G.
some great tattoos.
They do. And I do love when they do collections like this. Instead of, here's a tattoo that covers your entire body. What if I only want parts of it? There you go. This is the answer. Smaller tattoos, so you can go put them around. It's fun. From 95 Linden to 350 for the fat pack. Now, Focus Poses has the Night Loft Kitchen and Couple 428. From 199 for the couple pose to 499 for the kitchen. I just thought this looked amazing. Great for some pictures, not only for the pose that they provide, but for others as well.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, from Vive 9, the Kelly bag. I think these are the same people that did the buggy bag last show. That buggy bag was awesome. This Kelly bag goes from $399 to $2,500 for the fat pack. It's very detailed. It looks very good. I still prefer the buggy one.
It'll go great as an accessory.
Exactly. That is for Très Chic, August 17th to September 10th. And finally, last but not the least, Custom 9 from August 15th to September 10th. We have, first of all, from Monceau, the Aver, Shaki, and Sunni hairs, being the Aver is a canine exclusive. $2.99 for singles, $6.99 for the fat pack. Very colorful as always, as Monceau does, and also with 3 different stylings for the Aver. Either 3 or 4 on the Sunni, and the Shaki, I think it only has 1.
Yeah, I have the Sunni, and I love that hairstyle.
Monceau does really, really good ones. And one of the things I have a complaint when it comes to hair is the texture. Whether the texture feels realistic or not. Monceau does good work with the texture. Because sometimes you find a really great hair, but then the colors that you have are like, I can't really fit this into a realistic situation. They're either too bright or there's several things sometimes. Anyway, moving along, Resroom has the pig from 980 linden to 1600 for the fat pack for a little piggy, a little piglet.
It is so adorable.
And it is so cute. I had to include it. And finally, also, as a throwback to the last episode, Tonguetastic brings us another roll top backpack. Now the Chica with $3.50 or $9.99 for the fat pack. And this one looks great as well.
Nice textures.
They have really great textures on that. This is Custom 9, August 15th to September 10th. Okay, and that was the event. Quite a bit. Okay, what else do we have? Now, are we under attack? I can hear the dragon.
It hasn't
I hear the
approached
dragon.
us
I do
yet.
not see the dragon.
I know it seemed behind me, but not inside the building yet.
Did we lose you, Katheryn?
Kinda. I was on mute. I had my air conditioner on, and there's a lot of air behind me. So, hold
No,
on.
that's fine. It's actually not that loud, so that's fine.
Okay.
Now, I have something here for a seriously. Because I was going around Reddit, going around finding news, anything at all, and I found a Second Life user who goes by the Reddit name of AD13052, pointing out the following. So, what they say is they've had some bad experiences with meeting people on Second Life sometimes, to the point where they get anxiety, for the simple fact that for people that are either in a situation where they have ADHD, which apparently is the case in this situation, or with in a spectrum of autism, sometimes some people on Second Life are not exactly the most accommodating, if that is a good way to explore this. specifically, for example, on situations with, and it happened to me. I mean, I'm doing these shows. Um, Thankfully, the people that usually talk to me don't really are not really like that much. But you're doing your thing. I'm pretty sure it probably has happened with any of you. You're doing your thing. You set yourself to unavailable or anything like that, or you're just not paying attention to IMs, and the person on the other side just starts getting annoying and, oh, why are you not answering me and all. I mean, I got distracted. I'm doing something else. Why are you making such a big point of that? But apparently, it is a thing that is more and more common to see on Second Life. Have any of you noticed that on your friends? I hope not.
Mm, not really, but I mean, SL changes all the time, and for me, I network a lot, so the circle changes a lot too on the regular for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the the thing that this person is complaining about the most, or a few of the things, one is people who try to force interactions, no matter what. Just try to hit up conversation. I mean, yes, it's fine. Hit me up for a conversation, whatever. If you notice that I'm not answering because I'm busy or anything else, why are you trying to force it? I'm not available. That's it. Move along. I think it's a common thing to consider, at least in my opinion. The other
I
thing
think it
is, yeah,
happens a
sorry.
lot. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, no, go on.
I think this happens a lot with maybe some of the newer users to Second Life
Mm-hmm.
who may not really understand, how busy people can be in Second Life, that it's not just a place where people go and they just want to chat with everyone all the time. And so it just takes time for you to get acclimated into how everybody handles their routines. And if somebody isn't responding to you within the first 5 messages, it's probably it's probably because they're busy, like you were saying, they're unavailable, they're hosting or DJing or whatever, or they may even be away from their computer at that moment, and it has nothing to do with you personally, so don't take offense to it so quickly.
Exactly. Exactly. That is my point exactly. I mean, if they're not answering, it's because something else has got their attention. It's not because they're ignoring people. Very few people actively go and decide, I'm going to ignore this individual. Um, and as for the, yeah, getting distracted easily, most people nowadays, and I've experienced that quite a lot with several people. Uh, I have a group of friends where we sometimes just sit around. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's nothing because everybody's doing multiple things. Just because they're logged into Second Life doesn't mean they are actively looking at Second Life. So it could happen. They're listening to music, watching YouTube videos, whatever.
Oh, that happens a lot. You'll have
Yeah.
somebody go to a club and they just station themselves there so they can hear the music, but they're working in the background. So they're not going to see anything what's going on in Second Life. They're there just to hear the music.
Yeah. Meanwhile, someone on their friends list sees them online and decides to strike up a conversation, and then just feels ignored. No, they're just not there. See, I have a friend who knows how to solve that. She knows exactly where I am most of the time because I'm usually in my box. And so if I don't answer, she goes and checks the box. If I'm there, she just uses a gesture that is a very loud scream. And I immediately know, wait, there's somebody here. Somebody messaged me. Um, but yes, that is the thing. The idea is no, people are usually not ignoring others, but be considerate that people may not, especially nowadays. I mean, there is a big increase on more and more mental health issues. So being, I'm gonna have to say it like that, being a dick to someone that just didn't answer you because they're not answering you immediately, it's not the right thing. That person may not be taking it very well at that point. Maybe you're disrupting their own environment at that point. I mean, think about things. Always think about the others as well, I guess.
Well, I guess it could actually go both ways. If you know that you're going
Yeah.
to be, if you're in the middle of a conversation and the conversation falls flat, it might be, considerate to the person to just say, hey, I'm stepping away, or I'm busy, or something's come up. And that way they at
True.
least know. So,
True. Um, yeah, but I think it's not only that. It's, for example, and I think this is an example that is both of you have probably experienced it more than once. You're going around to the Sims, exploring, trying to find your items to showcase, whatever, and some random person just decides to message you, try to start up a conversation. You're just doing your thing and you don't have the time, or you're not really in the mood for that, so you may not answer. Yes, and then they start messaging more and more. No, that's good enough. No, if I didn't answer, it's because I'm not interested in striking a conversation right now. I'm doing my thing. You wouldn't come up to me in the middle of the street in real life and just start talking to me when you don't know me from anywhere. Um, and I'm going to be truthful. I am responsible. I am. I take responsibility for doing that every once in a while. I see a well-built avatar. I will send a message asking, starting with, I apologize if I'm interrupting or being annoying, but yeah, this or that looks really good. Where did you get it? That's it. If I get an answer, I get an answer. If I don't, I don't. But there are a lot of people who don't take no for an answer. Anyway, for all the people, because one of the things that Ad1 asked was if there were any locations on Second Life or groups for people with ADHD or autism or anything like that.
and there
I did
is.
direct them. Yes, there are. There are several. I did direct them to the Elf Info Island because there's a lot of links to groups there. But there are also several other groups. Um, do you happen to know any, Zella?
Yeah, hold on. Actually, I can probably give you their name right now. It's the. Let's see. Whoop, wrong thing. ADD ADHD support group, and I'll get you their information when the
Thank
segment
you.
is over. Sure.
Okay, we'll leave a link there in the description. But yes, make sure you. And if you are approached and you don't want to talk, just make sure you point out, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. I'm busy right now. Move along with your day. And the block button exists for a reason. Okay, now I know that today we don't have a cat's corner, and that's fine, Katheryn. You've had a busy day and you weren't able to do that. We also do not have a crazy shopping. Ariel is having some issues and hasn't been able to get us a picture recently. Hopefully for the next show we'll be able to fix that. What we do have is a piece of trivia. I was saying trying to read the railways in Etrosera is worse than trying to understand the entirety of the London Underground network.
That's a pretty intricate little railway that Second Life has.
Yeah, and it's not all empty. Several of the places actually have running trains at a frequent time, and there is a group also. First of all, we're going to leave links for several of the places, but there are also groups. There's the Passengers of SL group with people that run trains on the network, so you can go and be a passenger instead of having to run your own train. There's actually quite a bit when it comes to the trains and the railways in Second Life.
I would assume that if you like it enough, they would probably even take you on as like a roleplay conductor or some sort.
Oh, most likely, yeah. Okay, now that was our trade segment. We have also gone and did a bit of a grid trip. This time it's a little bit longer because Nina had a posse of people and we were trying to include everyone that was around for the video. So let's have a look. Here is the place to see. That's what I'd say.
Omerta City. The 20s and 30s were a lawless time. Crime-riddled streets and mafia-ruled cities aplenty. This is what Omerta City promises for you. Join one of the crime syndicates, or try your best to bring law to a lawless city. Omerta City is beautifully built to match the 20s and 30s aesthetic. Shops of all kinds, open-air markets, church, hotels, gambling, and all kinds of depravity can be found in every corner. The police are ineffective, but you can also join them to bring law to the city. A lockpicking system allows you to enter private residences, if you have the skill, and commit your heinous crimes. And when all the fun of role-playing is exhausting you, play games at the old arcade spot. The world of role-playing is forever richer when you come and join Omerta City.
That was Omerta City. Full sim. Actually, I'm not entirely sure if it's just 1 or 2 sims. But
It's a pretty big place.
pretty big place, yes. Lots of things to do. And when you're tired of doing your role playing, that bar at the end has quite a few games. We then spent quite a bit of time there playing Pictionary kind of thing. It was fun.
Nice. And you were saying that it's a place for criminals, and you can.
Yeah, it's supposed to look like 1920s, 30s. The cities where the mob were just going around. And yeah, you can lockpick doors on rented places. The role playing goes for gangsters, the police, and all of that. There's all kinds of stuff there. The gun shop, you can actually get guns there that you can then use on the sim. It's very detailed.
Wow.
Very good for if you want to reenact your Bonnie and Clyde. Yeah. Both you and Peter just go there and do your Bonnie and Clyde thing. Okay. Now, last but not the least, because we do not have a wish or a finally, we will probably have some Builder's Corner maybe for next week. But what we do have is an artist. Because art is a great. And the artist for this week is Blueberry Braille. What does Blueberry Braille have? Let's see. Great stuff. These were picked by him. But I just found them funny, some of them. It has several types of pictures. Most of it on the PG side, maybe slightly not safe for work when it's like a little bit of a thong or anything, but that's the most. No nudity or anything. But his work with colors and everything, it's great stuff.
Yeah, it has a sense of like a retro kind of a feel to it too. I like, like a vintage.
Yeah, like a series of Polaroids or something. And yes, plenty of fun pictures as well. For some reason, he has several pictures on the wet floor kind of thing. I guess he likes doing pictures of himself slipping. is a Blueberry Braille. Great work. Don't forget to go and visit. And when you go, just tell him who sent you. That's right. Okay, that was our artist for this week. Anything else, ladies? Can you think of anything else for today?
Have fun, go shopping,
Oh yeah,
and have a great rest of the weekend.
and don't forget to check on Katheryn's blog to go and see where those freebies are.
Oh, and the NatureCon. The NatureCon.
Oh
thing's
yeah,
going on.
NatureCon is still going. You should go and have a look.
You can check out those sailing, how they use those HUDs to help with those different tours.
Yes. Speaking of HUDs, for next show, because she has started a whole thing on that, Nina has a video for next show on the BELLISSERIA passports. She went through the whole process to get both the passport and the driver's license.
Awesome.
So there'll be a full video on how to do that. Lots of bureaucracy. Anyway, I have been Zack, and thank you for being here, Katheryn, once again, and thank you for being here, Zella and Peter.
Thank you for having us.
I hope to see you soon, and I hope to see you, the viewers, also soon. And I hope you enjoyed it. We will see you next time. Have a great time.